Welcome everyone to this year's Senior Awards ceremony. My name is Steve Wormeal. I'm the president of the Tufts University Alumni Association. I'd like to welcome the honorees, their family and friends, university leaders, alumni, and other members of the Tufts community to this unusual format for this year's ceremony. We hope you're staying healthy and safe, and please know that we are here to support you. I'd also like to welcome Tufts President Anthony Monaco. Thank you all for joining us for this virtual ceremony as we celebrate this year's Senior Award winners. We're sorry that the ceremony has to be in this format, but we're delighted that we're able to proceed and recognize our outstanding winners. The Senior Awards program ceremony was established in 1955 to celebrate the achievements, service, and dedication of some truly extraordinary Tufts students who became alumni and who continue to inspire us. Thank you to the Awards Committee for their great work in selecting this year's honorees. Thank you to Awards Committee co-chairs Maria Madison and Peter Brodeur for their leadership on this committee, and you'll hear from them shortly. Thank you to the Nominators and Supporters who introduced us to the excellent work of graduating seniors from the School of Arts and Sciences, including the School of Museum of Fine Arts, and from the School of Engineering. You'll see a list of those who submitted or supported a nomination. Congratulations to the many nominees who were put forth as outstanding members of this senior class. And congratulations to this year's Senior Award honorees. Each will be introduced to offer remarks, so please stay tuned. As you might imagine, there are many people who've been instrumental in supporting this event over the years, including faculty, Tufts leaders, alumni, and others. Especially now with alumni spread around the world, Jumbos may stay in touch with fellow Jumbos using the Tufts Alumni Directory. Be sure to update your profiles and set your email preferences so that your information is current. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the staff of the Tufts Office of Alumni Relations for their persistence in being able to put this ceremony together. They were not daunted by the crisis. They were creative in coming up with this approach. And I think it's exciting that we are able to go forward and honor our outstanding winners. Now let me begin to introduce this year's Senior Award winners. After I announce a name, I'll read a brief citation, and then each winner will have a chance to share their remarks. Madeleine Clarke. Madeleine's achievement and impact on campus over the past 4 years were best summarized by Kathy Stanton, her advisor in the anthropology department. Madeleine is an all-rounder in the fullest sense of the word. In addition to athletic accomplishments and her service work on campus and in the community, she is a stellar student whose academic work blends intellectual acumen and deep practicality. That's from her advisor. A double major in community health and anthropology with a minor in food systems and nutrition, Madeleine's scholarship and research have advanced food security awareness on campus. As a summer scholar, she received the Janice Spencer Culkin Community Health Award for her research on food insecurity in higher education. Madeleine was an executive board member and co-president for Synaptic Scholars with Tisch College and a residential advisor. She worked with Tufts Food Rescue Collaborative to partner with Food for Free and the Somerville Food Security Coalition to donate 200 pounds of food per week to families and students in need. For the past 2 years, she has been captain of women's varsity crew, receiving the New England Rowing All-Scholar Award in 2018 and 2019, and the NESCAC All-Academic Award the past 3 years. Congratulations, Madeleine, and thank you for all that you have done for our Tufts community and beyond.
Hi, my name is Madeleine Clarke, and it's so humbling and an absolute honor to receive this award. Thank you to the Alumni Association and the Awards Committee and university leadership for making this award possible and for organizing the virtual ceremony. Congratulations to my fellow awardees. Though I don't know all of you, I was just in absolute awe reading your bios, and it's so humbling to be sharing this award with all of you innovators, leaders, and mountain movers. And although, of course, this whole global situation is making apparent some of our system's deepest flaws and injustices, it also makes extraordinarily clear the persistence of community and love. And we can see that right here at Tufts, where in the wake of dealing with so much personal grief, there were so many staff members, faculty, and students leading initiatives to support the Tufts community in a wide variety of ways. I think it's also really important to acknowledge the janitorial staff and dining hall workers who are still working in campus or in person on campus, as well as the faculty, administrators, and others who have had to uproot their livelihoods and passions of working with students to online platforms. So thank you, endlessly outpouring gratitude to all of you. And I think all of these efforts speak to the nature of a very special ethos of care that just seems to be ever present at Tufts. Tufts is a place full of people who are seeking to make the world a better place and are able to use their unique passions and gifts to do so. And it's in moments like these that make me incredibly proud to get to call Tufts my alma mater. All my life I've been searching for home. I grew up in an Army family, moving every year or two. I went to 3 different high schools, and though I was in a position of overall stability and privilege and have a really wonderful, loving, supportive family, I felt incredibly unmoored to place in a way that was quite emotionally destabilizing, and I looked forward to college as a place where I could become someone in a place for 4 whole years, and was very devastated when I was denied from Tufts the first time I applied. But when I was denied, I had a gut feeling that told me that Tufts was where I belonged, and to me, gut feelings are guardian angels. And so I took a gap year and reapplied ED. And I wrote in my second iteration of my Why Tufts essay that I really dig Tufts vibe, and that I saw it as a place where I could balance a multitude of curiosities and passions, from rowing to having late night conversations with friends to studying food justice. And here I am. And my experience at Tufts has been this beautiful, supreme, ongoing lesson in understanding community, its potential and nuance, and the transformations that it can ignite within an individual, as well as the influence that an individual can have upon the community. And so for my crew team, even if I and the other seniors have had our final crescendo ripped from us, we got to see the rise of the women's rowing team to levels of unprecedented success, from historical bests in some of our races this fall, including at Head of the Charles, to lots of PRs in the erg this winter. And I'm just so grateful for TU crew, for the incandescence, for the fleeting moments of eternity that are afforded in the intensity of the sport, and for giving me some of the best friends that I'll ever have. And with my work with food rescue, it's been this space where I've been able to bring together my academic interest in food systems with real-world application in a really meaningful and direct way. And then Synaptic Scholars has given me a space to take intellectual risks in a community of curious, supportive individuals. And both have taught me that collaboration is the key to a more regenerative and meaningful future. And I'm really excited to see the ways that these lessons and others might manifest in my life and in the world going forward. And just lastly, and much more generally, the best thing about Tufts is the people here. That always has been, always will be true. The collective of individuals at Tufts is what makes this experience so rich. And I've been uplifted and empowered by so many mentors, professors, and others who I continually revere. And I've been just awestruck by the intelligence and caring of so many of my classmates and friends. And I've learned so much from all of these individuals about both how to think, but also how to live. And perhaps in this have learned that these two are quite interconnected. So, I mean, in the past 4 years, Tufts has become a home like no place else for me. And it's just an absolute honor to be recognized as a member of the Tufts community with the Senior Award. And I'm really looking forward to the ceremony and hearing from the other awardees, and sending sentiments of gratitude, love, and light to all of you. Take care.
Barry Eum is from Belmont, Massachusetts and Seoul, South Korea, and is majoring in computer science and cognitive and brain sciences. On campus, Barry has been involved in many activities. He's the founder of Tufts' first data science and artificial intelligence organization and is the director of the Tufts Tech and Data Industry Night. He also serves as a member of the Leonard Carmichael Society, Integrative Cognitive Neuroscience Lab, and the Tufts TAMID Group. Using his computer science skill set, Barry works with 12 Tufts students to create an online platform to prevent high-risk domestic violence cases for the Jean Geiger Crisis Center. Barry has lived in Korea, Japan, California, and most recently Massachusetts. He will join Spotify as a product manager intern and Parthenon as an associate. Barry's dream is to pivot the technology industry to embrace innovation founded on ethics and respect for human vulnerabilities. Barry, on behalf of the Tufts University Alumni Association, it is my honor to bestow upon you the Tufts Senior Award for all that you have done and continue to do for Tufts and the larger community. Congratulations.
Hello everyone, my name is Barry and welcome to my room. Given that we have such a unique opportunity today to share this experience in our respective homes, I figured I could give you a quick tour of my house, but I realized that there really isn't too much to see in a townhouse in Somerville. So instead, I'll be sharing something that's a little bit personal to me with you instead. So home has always been a little bit of a difficult topic for me. So whenever people asked me where my home was, I would always beat around the bush and avoid the question and reply, that's an interesting question. I'm from Belmont though, and that's like 15 minutes from here. Before coming to Tufts, I went to 9 different schools, 11 if we're counting kindergarten, in Korea, the West Coast, the East Coast, and a handful in Japan. Moving around so much, home was always such a confusing concept for me. And often I was confused about what my true identity was as well. So growing up, I sometimes viewed all the opportunities for growth as kind of a curse and a disadvantage. But now, reflecting on my life as a whole and my 4 years at Tufts, I cannot be more grateful for all the privilege, the opportunity, the support, and the love I've received from everyone around me. When I was 12, I learned that it takes a whole village to raise a child. But now I understand that it took hundreds of people from different villages for me to become the person I am today. So today, I'd like to thank all the different people in my different villages who helped me become who I am. First, my parents, Amma and Appa. Without them, I would be nowhere near where I am today. They gave they sacrificed, they loved me to no end, and they continue to do so. I love you so much, Mom and Dad. 사랑해, 엄마, 아빠. And also, I'd like to thank my sister and my friends who have been there for me at my lowest and who have supported me and have always inspired me. Nayun, Bianca, Julia, Brian, Chris Aragon, Kunal, Isaac, and Ben. Thank you for being you. And finally, I'd like to thank Tufts as a community. Tufts gave me a chance to attend this school 4 years ago, and since then has opened so many doors and empowered me to try so many things. From trying research, to volunteering, to exploring a new major, trying consulting, starting a new group, to organizing an event, to creating technology products for nonprofits. I got to try so many different things at Tufts, and I'm incredibly grateful for the faculty and everyone at Tufts for creating the environment that we have at Tufts. And also, I'd really like to thank the Paying It Forward culture, the alumni at Tufts. I first reached out to an alumni as a freshman, really confused about how LinkedIn works. And since then, I've connected with hundreds of alumni, and they have all been incredibly supportive and helpful in pursuing my goals and my dreams. Although my time at Tufts is coming to an end, I will cherish my memories from Tufts, and I look forward to my next chapter in the real world. I hope to make a huge impact by bringing back ethics, accountability, and humaneness back into the tech industry. And I cannot wait to be a mentor, an ally, and a friend to all the alumni and the future alumni at Tufts. To the Tufts Alumni Association, thank you so much for this honor and giving me the opportunity to speak here today. And to the rest of Tufts and to everyone else listening in, thank you for giving me a place to call home.
Prince Islam has left his mark on Tufts through his focus and determination to help first-generation students excel. As president of the First Generation Collective and the Bengali Student Association, as well as through service with the Tufts Financial Aid Advisory Board and in the community with organizations such as AmeriCorps, Jumpstart, and the First Resource Center, Prince remains dedicated to helping others succeed. Combining his computer science major with his passion for education, Prince has studied education and put those lessons into practice. As a Tisch Summer Fellow, Prince worked in a high school in the Bronx. He also completed an independent study project that focused on the New York City public schools over the last century. He worked as a summer camp counselor at the Fairweather Street School in Cambridge. Teach for America hired Prince before he started his senior year. No doubt they saw in him what his professor Steve Cohen did, that he is one of the most impressive students whom I've ever taught in my quarter of a century at Tufts. Prince, on behalf of the Tufts University Alumni Association, it's my honor to bestow upon you the Tufts Senior Award for all that you've done and continue to do for Tufts and for the larger community. Congratulations.
Hi everyone, I'm Prince, and I'm honored to be receiving this award. First off, I would not be where I am today without the support of many incredible people, so I'd like to begin by thanking Dean Mack, Margot Cardamone, and Jared Smith, the three indispensable pillars of the first generation community on this campus. I'd also like to thank Steve Cohen, the best professor I've ever had, and Wenmo from the Financial Aid Office for his amazing work with the Financial Aid Advisory Board. Above all, I'd like to thank my parents. My dad never had the opportunity to pursue a formal education back home in Bangladesh, and my mom was never able to graduate from high school, either in Bangladesh or in the United States. However, because of the long hours they work every single day to support me and my younger sister, I'll soon be able to graduate from one of the most prestigious universities in the whole world. This honor today is entirely theirs. My family came to the United States 20 years ago with next to nothing, and for us to be where we are right now is nothing short of surreal. Our experience has been the very definition of the American dream, and I'm so fortunate to be able to say that. And so, moving beyond Tufts, I'm finally in this unique position to make that dream more accessible to others. I've been through the system. I've taken the English as a second language classes. I've studied off of test prep books from the library. I've applied to colleges on my own. I've worked multiple part-time jobs as a full-time student. And these are just some of the daunting obstacles that all of us first-generation students have to deal with on a daily basis. I'm humbled to have made it through that entire process. I truly believe that this education that I've received is the greatest gift that could have been given to me. And now my hope is to be able to share that gift with as many students as I can. There are 1.1 million students in New York City's public education system. I hope to be a part of that system, learn as much as I can about that system, and ultimately use what I know to make it work better for all students, but particularly for first generation and low income students with backgrounds just like my own. And I'm honored to say that because of my time at Tufts, I'm in a position to wholeheartedly pursue that dream. Coming from a tiny, homogeneous neighborhood in Queens, New York, Tufts is where I learned how to build relationships with anyone, rich or poor, from across the United States or from around the world. Diving into my field, attacking with passion and academic rigor, I got that from Tufts University. And looking to my peers every single day, learning from them and being inspired by them, I got that from the incredible student body that we have right here at Tufts. And so I'd like to conclude by once again thanking all of you. I'm so honored to be receiving this award, and I hope to be able to make this community proud. Thank you very much.
Shannon Lee has demonstrated outstanding leadership during her years at Tufts. Her advisor in the TCU Senate, Joe Golia, states, "Her continued commitment to student governance and support of her fellow jumbos has led to numerous improvements to the overall student experience. Examples of these improvements are many. As president of the Tufts Community Union Senate, Shannon created the Swipe It Forward Meal Bank program, a meal sharing initiative to address campus food insecurity, with $50,000 worth of donated meals, serving over 300 students annually. Additionally, her volunteer leadership experiences with pre-orientation groups, such as Focus and Beast, as well as the First Resource Center, demonstrate her commitment to helping her fellow Tufts students. As a double major in economics and political science, Shannon has balanced her campus leadership with a stellar academic record, including becoming a Tisch Summer Fellow, Strong Women, Strong Girls mentor, and serving on numerous committees like the Bridging Differences Task Force and the Educational Policy Committee. Shannon, on behalf of the Tufts University Alumni Association, it's my honor to bestow upon you the Tufts Senior Award for all that you have done and continue to do for Tufts and for the larger community. Congratulations.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well and taking care during this time. I first want to thank the Tufts University Alumni Association for this award and to congratulate all the other honorees on their amazing work. I want to thank my parents for supporting me throughout these 4 years and for allowing me to have such an incredible academic and personal experience. It's been really a gift. I want to thank my mentors for shaping me as a leader and as a person. So the women leaders on TCU Senate who showed me that women belong in positions of leadership and they can hold positions of leadership. I've been very lucky that as an undergrad, I've only ever had a Madam President, and I think that's pretty exceptional. I want to thank my professors in the Political Science and Economics Department, my advisors, Professor Deborah Shieldkraut and Professor Melissa McInerney. They have been just amazing mentors who have really helped me feel welcome in a department and in a field that is not predominantly comprised of people who look like me. I'm very grateful to all the administrators, of course, who I've had the absolute privilege to work with. So Dean Mack, who first came up with this idea of a meal bank where students can donate their extra meal swipes to other students in need. Starting on that project, I put me on this trajectory for these next 4 years, and I think without him, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I'm very grateful to Dean Mack. Thank you so much to the Student Affairs team, of course, Chris Rossi, Nancy Thompson, and Nandi Bino, who have given me innumerable pieces of advice, and I mean, they've just been fantastic throughout this year. Margot at the First Center, Greg Victory, Josh Hartman. I mean, I've been so lucky to work with such amazing people who care about students and who want to see students thrive. And so for that, I'm very, very, very lucky. So yeah, thank you so much to the Tufts University Alumni Association again, and I hope everyone is doing well and taking care during this time.
It's now my pleasure to introduce Maria Madison, the Awards Committee co-chair and Tufts trustee, who will introduce our next 4 honorees. Maria.
Thank you, Steve. Emma Meehan, we are so very proud of you. As a chemical engineering major, and according to your professor, Matthew Panzer, you are one of the most talented and outgoing seniors this year. You're passionate about biotechnology and genetic engineering, and you've interned at a gene editing company, Casabia Therapeutics. Everyone, in addition to her engineering studies at Tufts, Emma has international experience and has studied abroad at the University of Aberdeen in Scotland. She also participated in a year-long genocide prevention program and traveled to Rwanda, as well as pioneered the Chemical Engineering Study Abroad program for Tufts chemical engineers. Emma serves in a variety of leadership roles as an executive board member in the Society of Women Engineers and for the American Institute of Chemical Engineers. These groups are important for the development of women's professions. Emma's leadership of these professional organizations, her position as student manager and supervisor of Tufts Dining, and her very demanding course schedule are truly impressive. Emma, on behalf of the Tufts Alumni Association, it is an honor to present you with the Tufts Senior Award in recognition of all you have done and continue to do for Tufts and your community. Congratulations and best wishes, Emma.
Hi! Thank you to everyone that could make this event today, whether it's pre-recorded or live. I'm very honored to be receiving a senior award from Tufts this evening. I would like to thank the Alumni Committee and also Jodo Glossner for making this event possible, especially during this crazy time. I would also like to thank Professor Matthew Panzer from the Chemical Engineering Department for nominating me for the senior award. My last 4 years at Tufts have been extremely formative and educational, and I feel so lucky to have had my undergraduate experience here. I would like to especially thank the Chemical Engineering Department for all of their support and their encouragement throughout the last 4 years. I've met 28 very dedicated and intelligent colleagues, and I've been able to learn from many different intellectual and driven professors, and I don't know where I would be without everyone that I've met in the Chemical Engineering Department. The chemical engineering professors are very personable and they really want you to succeed. And if they don't already know your name before a class, then they definitely know your name right after your first class with them. So I would like to thank everyone who has supported me during this time. Tufts has also provided me many opportunities to travel, which I'm very grateful for. I've been able to travel both internationally and locally. For example, I had a study abroad experience in Scotland, and I was also able to visit Rwanda with the Tufts with Rwanda program. It's a year-long fellowship that I was able to join, and during both of those experiences, I was able to meet people from across the world and have cross-cultural experiences that I will cherish forever, and I'm very grateful for that. I've also been able to travel locally with the Society of Women Engineers. I've been fortunate to attend 3 national conferences for women in engineering, where I've been able to meet pre-professional and professional women in engineering who have taught me many different valuable skills and who have also given me advice along the way. Here at Tufts, I've also met some incredible people, whether it's through extracurriculars or even just living in the dorms. I feel so lucky to have met 5 of my best friends here who I know I'll be close with forever. And of course, I would like to thank my parents who convinced and assured my naive high school self that a school 25 minutes away from home would feel like a world away, because it really has. Tufts has just provided me so many incredible experiences and opportunities, and I'm so grateful for their support during this time. So thank you again to everyone that's been able to watch this, and thank you to the Alumni Council and JOTA for making this possible.
Justin Mejia, you're a sincere, brilliant, and compassionate global activist. You began your studies as a member of the inaugural Tisch 1+4 program, working at a foster home in Madrid. You went on to work in communities across the globe. While there, everyone, he was a President Obama Foundation peer advisor in India and a teacher and coordinator in Rwanda and in Chile. In this last location, Justin interned at the Museum of Memory and Human Rights, researching and curating an exhibition on migration. Justin is graduating with a BA in International Relations with a focus on economic development and history. He has been a Visions of Peace Fellowship coordinator and instructor, and has taught a course at the Tufts X College on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, traveling through Israel proper and the West Bank to learn about grassroots organizations for peace. Justin is also treasurer of the Creative Writing Club and a member of the Salsa team and the climbing team. He's completed research with Tufts professor Peter Wynn on migration. Mindy Nierenberg, senior director of programs at Tisch College of Civic Life, summarizes best when she said, "Justin will be one of those students I most cherish when I look back on my 37 years career in higher education. The Alumni Association will be proud to have Justin as one of their stellar group senior awardees." Congratulations, Justin, and thank you for all that you have done for our Tufts community and beyond.
I want to share a memory with all of you. Before beginning my freshman year at Tufts, I participated in the inaugural Tisch 1+4 Bridge Year program in Madrid, Spain. Alongside my responsibilities teaching and mentoring students in a foster home, I was also fortunate enough to have the opportunity to travel. While in Morocco, my group and I sat upon this enormous sand dune, and I witnessed one of the most beautiful sunsets I had ever seen in my life. Afterwards, we rolled down the dune, and we camped out in tents. Sitting by the campfire, a member of our group realized that his missing passport was in his pocket before rolling down the dune. Our Moroccan guide just laughed and said that he better prepare to stay a lot longer in Morocco than expected, because his passport could be anywhere on the sand dune, and not to mention buried under the sand. Wanting to help, I volunteered to help him search on the dune. Using the moonlight, I climbed up the steep side of the dune, looking for the passport in the sand. At one point, I turned around and my friend was just laying in the sand defeated, but I was determined, so I kept climbing. After about 20 minutes, nearing the top of the dune, I saw a sliver of black in the moonlit sand. It was the corner of a little booklet. In a miracle of luck, I actually found the passport. That was a really, really good day. Reflecting on my last 4 years at Tufts, I feel like my undergraduate experience was a lot like that day in the Sahara. I spent a lot of time doing amazing things with incredible people in beautiful, beautiful places. From researching at a museum in Chile and running ex-college courses to teaching elementary school students and watching beautiful sunsets in India. I felt like the more that I did, the more I learned and the more I can contribute. Sometimes it was overwhelming, but it was always worth it. No matter how lost I was, the winds would clear and the sand would settle. At Tufts, I learned to keep moving forward and to keep looking, because you never know what you'll find. I arrived, and I was looking for a degree in international relations, but what I found were friends that would last a lifetime and memories that I would never forget. I want to thank the Alumni Association and the Awards Committee for hosting an event like this and giving an opportunity for a student like myself to share their story. I also want to thank President Monaco and the Tufts administration for all the work they've done and the support they've given me. I want to thank the entirety of Tisch College and all my friends at Tufts Hillel for enriching my life ever since I stepped foot on this campus. And of course, I want to thank my professor, family, and friends for being the moonlight that guided me. Finally, congratulations to all the senior award honorees. Ever since I was a kid, I've longed for the day that I can say, today was a good day, and it would apply to everyone on earth. I have reason to believe that we can all bring each other closer to that day. Thank you very much.
Michaela Morse, You will be the first to earn a BFA in studio art and a BA in interdisciplinary studies. Michaela has done so with passion, exceptional academic achievement, leadership, and significant contributions to the arts at Tufts. Michaela's studies combine visual media, environmental studies, Latinx studies, art and art history, and music. Her senior thesis investigates food systems through visual arts and Latin American studies, and is mentored by faculty from 3 departments. Michaela is creating a pollinators garden at the SMFA that will provide a habitat and food for pollinators in an urban landscape for years to come. She's committed to working for sustainability and has served as lead communications intern for the Tufts Office of Sustainability and was a member of the SMFA Sustainability Committee, a selected exhibitor at the SMFA at Tufts, and an oboist in the Tufts Symphony Orchestra and Tufts Chamber Music Orchestra. Michaela's professor, Sylvia Botinelli, remarked on her exceptional writing skills, sophisticated thinking, and maturity in independence in all aspects of class participation. Congratulations, Michaela, and thank you for all that you have done for our Tufts community and beyond.
Hello, everyone. Wherever you are and whatever time of day it is that you're tuning in, thank you. A special thanks goes to the Alumni Association and the Awards Committee and to university leaders for making this event possible, especially under current circumstances. It is incredibly honoring to receive this award. I came to the SMFA at Tufts as an upperclassman transfer student just 2 years ago, and I'm still wrapping my mind around everything that has happened since then. I entered the combined degree program with the School of the Museum of Fine Arts after a gap period of personal travel and learning in Argentina and Chile. I had quite literally burned out emotionally and intellectually in my first program of study, and I had backpacked to the southernmost tip of South America before finding my way home. Yet, as I see in many of my peers here, my appetite for learning and my desire to make meaningful contributions to the world didn't keep me out of school for long. I am so grateful to Tufts for working with me to translate a technical Bachelor of Science program into a studio art degree and a self-designed interdisciplinary studies major. From transferring credits to accommodating a tight commuting schedule between campuses that may well be a world apart during Boston's rush hour, I want to thank my academic deans and professors. Here, I have felt heard and been welcomed with vigor into Tufts offices, studios, and classrooms. I'd like to take a moment to recognize that I am the only SMFA student amongst this amazing group of honorees, and give my thanks and appreciation to the active and caring arts community at the SMFA. Being an artist requires a certain amount of absurdity, and I think the peers, professors, studio managers, and staff that I've had the great opportunity to work with have cultivated an inspiring environment of both intense conceptual research and playful material exploration. A role model that continues to inspire me every day is Sylvia Botinelli, the visual and material studies professor that nominated me for this award. She has pushed my critical understanding of what art is and the role artists play further than I could have imagined, and I am grateful to have her as my mentor and friend. My family instilled in me from a young age a love for creation, from the individuals that make up the many communities we navigate, be it home, work, or school, to the plants, animals, and other beings that share this planet with us. My time working in various positions at the Tufts Office of Sustainability and serving on the SMFA Sustainability Committee has allowed me to reflect on tangible and constructive ways for facing the planet's pressing ecological emergency in our lifetimes. And I am thankful to my supervisors and project partners for their guidance. The passion and commitment I see in the people around me here offers hope for future generations. With the skills and experiences I developed during my time at the SMFA at Tufts, I look forward to giving back to the communities that have made me who I am today, and being a contributing force to change towards a greener planet for all. Thank you.
Magnifique Mukundwa. Magnifique is known as Magni, has distinguished herself in and out of the classroom with her extraordinary commitment to academic excellence and her desire to improve the quality of life for those she left at home in Rwanda, as well as all of us. There are very few areas of study that are more relevant today than the areas that Magni has sought to study and improve. As an environmental health engineering major, Magni focuses on environmental health, engineering leadership, and social entrepreneurship, and is living proof of why higher education can help change the world for the better. Magni received a Laidlaw Fellowship, completed lab work in her first summer at Tufts, and then completed a field research activity in her second semester. In particular, she was able to coordinate field data collection in Rwanda and develop a report of her results. In her senior year, Magni has started her own NGO to improve water, sanitation, hygiene, and nutrition conditions in her native Rwanda. Her professor, Danielle Montagna, states that Magni is a thoughtful, passionate, and engaged student with high academic potential and thoughtful reflection of where she would like her career and work in her life to go. It is an honor to bestow this award upon you, Magni, for your outstanding contributions to the Tufts community, and we wish you all the best as you venture beyond this campus into the world to achieve your goals. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Magnifique Mukundwa from Rwanda, and I am a senior studying environmental health engineering and entrepreneurship. First of all, I would like to thank the Tufts community and everyone who helped me move back to Rwanda because of this crisis, and I am so thankful that I made it safely. I am interested in finding solutions for accelerating economic development on the continent of Africa. I have a keen interest in poverty alleviation, especially in East Africa, and I am so grateful that my Tufts career has helped me understand my passion and endeavors. For my next plans, I will be joining Priebe as a sales and marketing manager. Priebe is a startup company based in Kigali that is helping low-income urban households have access to sanitation services, as well as help sanitation workers have access to dignified work, which is something that I deeply care about. The past 4 years have gone by so fast, but I will always be grateful for all the growth and achievement that I was able to witness in the past 4 years. It's been a time of transitioning and belonging. It's been a time of connecting with people from different backgrounds. It's been a time of collaboration, a time of self-awareness, a time of learning, a time of embracing failure, and a time of growing spiritually. Nothing that I was able to do could have been done without the immense help from these amazing people and faculty members and departments here at Tufts. First of all, I would like to thank all donors that have made my Tufts education possible. I will always be grateful for every effort, every penny that you've invested in me. Advisors, professors who have tremendously supported me academically, I will always remember all those nights, all those office hours, all those lectures. Thank you so much for investing your knowledge in me. I would like to thank all departments at Tufts that have helped me have indispensable moments and experiences at Tufts. The Civil and Environmental Engineering Department, the Tufts Entrepreneurship Center, the International Center, the Institute of Global Leadership, the European Center, the Center for STEM Diversity, the Office of Provost, Tisch College, the International Relations Program, the First Resource Center, the University Chaplaincy, Hillel Center, and so many more departments. I'm so grateful for how you helped me pursue my dreams, visit so many countries, do research, be involved in extracurricular activities at Tufts. Thank you so much. I would also like to thank my mentors, friends, and family Thank you so much. You've been a great part of my past 4 years, my host family in the US, my family here in Rwanda. Thank you so much. All friends that I've met at Tufts through clubs, through things that I was involved in. Thank you so much for all the support, encouragement, and help. Lastly, I would like to thank the Tufts Alumni Association for this great honor. I promise you that I will continue to be an active global citizen as the Tufts mission reiterates it. Love, civic engagement, and diligence is what is going to continue to characterize who I am in my next plans, even in times like this. Thank you so much.
I would like now to introduce Peter Broderer, Awards Committee Co-Chair, who will introduce our last 4 honorees.
Rebecca Musiega is a double major in economics and international relations and is committed to helping make her native Kenya and the world a better place. She has served as co-president of the Leonard Carmichael Society and as an advisor to its current president. She helped spearhead the drive for a new van that would assist many student organizations under the Carmichael umbrella to better serve their constituent groups that are located in Medford, Somerville, and Boston's Chinatown. As a student activist, she served as the public relations chair of the TCU Elections Commission and assisted in a study on the patterns and behaviors of Tufts student voters, which resulted in increasing student voter participation from 10% to 25%. Rebecca served as a Tisch Scholar Intern in the Volunteer Lawyers Project in Boston and as a Tisch Summers Fellow in the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Her fierce need to give back is apparent when you learn that she used a $10,000 grant from the Davis United World College's Projects for Peace program to start her own foundation, Let's Travel Kenya. She created a program to use travel, exposure, and mentorship to assist poor high school students from rural Kenya in reaching beyond their own communities and to have ambitions beyond their own borders. She had the first Let's Travel Kenya camp in the summer of 2019. Rebecca, you make us all proud to be Jumbos. We congratulate you and wish you continued success in your efforts to improve the quality of life at home in Kenya, here in the United States, and around the world. Thank you for all you do. Congratulations.
A few weeks ago, if you asked me what university was, I would have said it is a place to ask questions. Questions about who you are and what you find important, and questions about what you're learning in and outside class. However, university isn't really a place. It's a person, or rather, it's really many people. I think back to a few weeks ago, after the administration had asked students to leave campus and to stay home for the rest of the semester. As students slowly packed and left, it became clear to me that without the people, campus really is just a set of uninhabited buildings. Tufts for me has been the friendships and support networks, the cultural traditions and community, and the debates and conversations that have left me feeling inspired to give back and to pursue causes that are bigger than me. Like a lot of you, I'm really devastated that the global COVID-19 situation means that our story has suddenly been cut short. Even though we have to say goodbye before our promised conclusion, I can't help but think of a quote from the stories of Winnie the Pooh. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. I am extremely lucky to have been part of a student body that creates initiatives to support one another in times of crisis like this, and does not hesitate to question authority or to commit to activism on causes they care about. I am also so lucky to have been part of an institution whose administrators are willing to support, to listen, to find creative solutions, to admit fault, and to always commit to doing better. To my advisors, Professor Ekblad, Professor Macmillan, Professor Wilson, Professor De La Parra, and Professor Hardman, thank you so much. I'm so lucky to have had faculty who are so passionate about what they do and are always willing to support my academic endeavors. To the staff at Tisch College, Diane, Sherry, Sarah, Charlie, Mindy, and Maggie, thank you for your mentorship and your commitment to ensuring students are civically involved. Thank you to the Leonard Carmichael Society, the Africana Center, FAST Center, International Center, Davis UWC Scholars Program, and to the Future Leaders Foundation. A special thank you to Katrina, and Mo, and Margot for all the work you do to support and represent marginalized students at Tufts. I am extremely lucky to have friends and family who have gone out of their way to support me the past 4 years. Zach, Kelsey, Duncan, Maureen, Ben, Anita, Getty, Rawlings, Greg, Elena, Mimo, and so many others who I'm not able to mention. Thank you so much. Thank you to my mom for always believing in me and praying for me. Thank you to the Tufts Alumni Association for this award. I really believe that this is just the beginning. Above all, thank you, God. I lift everything up to glorify and to honor your name. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
Leticia Rocha is an intelligent, motivated, and determined young person who places issues of civil rights, equity, and justice at the center of her interests. Majoring in clinical psychology and minoring in Portuguese, she has a unique perspective when approaching her passions. She has served as a liaison to Questbridge, a leader for the Center for the Latinx Community, and as an intern with the LGBT Center. She has accomplished much already, but what stands out is her ability to build community and help students find meaningful spaces on campus. Robert Mack, Associate Dean for Student Success, expressed that Leticia has demonstrated an unequivocal commitment to academic excellence, social change, and leadership, which makes her one of the most impressive students I have had the pleasure to know. Leticia is a member of the Psi Chi Honor Society and was selected to deliver the Wendell Phillips Address at the 2020 Baccalaureate Service, the highest honor given to a Tufts senior. Leticia's impact on Tufts has been invaluable, especially for the underrepresented communities she has advocated for and supported. Leticia represents the best of Tufts, and we look forward to watching her spread her light and warmth as she continues her journey beyond the hill. Congratulations, Leticia, and thank you for all that you have done for the Tufts community and beyond.
Thank you very much to the Alumni Association and the Awards Committee for this honor. It is certainly very surreal to be delivering these remarks virtually, but I am grateful to be able to share this joy with you in spite of all the very difficult circumstances that we are living through. Anyone who knows me knows I am a first-generation immigrant and college student. These are identities I am so incredibly proud of, and yet I have too often been told that my voice does not matter, that I must stay silent and complacent in order to earn my place in this country, and at times, even on campus. I have struggled to unlearn this over the years, but I have also come to recognize the power in my voice and know that I succeeded not despite these intersectional identities, but because of the richness and strength that they brought me. This sentiment has been closely intertwined with my work at Tufts, the healing communities I found there, and the mentors who gave me the space to not only navigate the institution, but to grow within it. For them, I am so grateful. Students like me, students who have earned their way to the institution but are made to doubt their place there, know that Tufts was not made for us. During our journeys, there are many moments where this is painfully apparent. But we broke down so many barriers to get to Tufts, and every single day we break down barriers just by being on campus. Administrators, faculty, and staff, you have made strides in helping us break down these barriers, but there is still much to be done, and I hope that you will continue to stand alongside us. To my first-generation students, my low-income students, students of color, immigrant students, and undocumented students, you earned your place at Tufts. You belong there. Let us continue to uplift each other and our communities, and continue to push this place that is our home for 4 years, this place that will shape us forever, to do the same. Thank you very much for this honor, and stay safe.
Emily Serata has had an impressive 4 years at Tufts. She's majoring in biopsychology as a pre-med student and applying to medical school. She's accomplished all this while battling the symptoms of diabetes. Emily's softball coach, Lauren Epstein, says that she is, quote, the epitome of everything a Tufts student can be. Emily volunteers with many networks, the College Diabetes Network, Sherwood Community Health, and the Malden Clinic. She is president of the Pumped Group, an organization on campus that focuses on type 1 diabetes. But Emily has not let diabetes define her. She's a strong left fielder on the softball team, winning the Most Improved Player award last year. Emily is also a calming influence and role model on her team, taking some of the younger players under her wing. She was instrumental in stocking dining halls with juice boxes and fruit snacks for diabetics on campus to treat low blood sugar when the dining halls were closed. She's volunteered and done research at Boston Children's, Joslin Diabetes Center, Cooper University, and the Comparative Cognition Lab here at Tufts. She has been a beacon of light in the dispersal of information about diabetes to college students and the general public. Because of all this, her scholarship, her NESCAC Sportsmanship Award, and her empathy to her peers, the Tufts Alumni Council is pleased to honor Emily with our Senior Award. Congratulations.
Hi, thank you so much for this honor. First, I want to give a shout out to my coach, Lauren Epstein, for nominating me for this award. Thank you so much. And also a big thanks to the Alumni Association. I've had a great 4 years at Tufts with 3.75 years. First, I would like to thank and be grateful for Tufts Athletics. Being a member of the Tufts softball team for the past 4 years has been an amazing experience both on and off the field. Also very thankful for the biology and psychology departments. As a biopsych major, I've had so many interesting classes and awesome professors. And then also all of the extracurriculars at Tufts have been great. One of my favorites has been leading a diabetes group for type 1 diabetics on campus called PUMP through the health and wellness leader, Ian Wong. So thank you so much, and I'm so grateful.
Joao Marcos Vensi Basso, originally from Brazil, is a polymath whose diverse interests have led him to major in 3 STEM disciplines: physics, math, and computer science, taking 9 or 10 courses per semester, while also pursuing a passion for violin and becoming concertmaster or assistant in 2 campus orchestras. Joao has played in the previous 2 Tischler Prize competitions and the previous 2 Tufts Concerto competitions. Since last semester, he has been a student mentor for the Tufts Youth Philharmonic, a community orchestra for middle and high school students in the area. A driven researcher since his freshman year, Joao has co-authored 4 published papers on neuronal growth, 3 as main author, and a 5th paper describing a novel computational factoring algorithm. His senior thesis will focus on this latest research. In addition to his coursework, music, and research, Joao has served as an academic teaching assistant, an ARC tutor, a grader, a mentor to young orchestra musicians, and a security monitor. His mathematics professor, Lauren Tu, said that Joao is remarkable not only for the sheer number of things that he does, but also for his many talents and tremendous work ethic. Joao, on behalf of the Tufts University Alumni Association, it is my honor to bestow upon you the Tufts Senior Award for all that you have done and continue to do for Tufts and the larger community. Congratulations.
Hello everyone, I'm Joao Basso, and thanks for being part of this event. As I approach the end of my senior year at Tufts, I feel nostalgic, accomplished, and perhaps a bit sad, but the feeling that I want to portray today is gratitude. I feel very grateful for everything the Tufts experience has provided me with. Going back 4 years, I'm thankful for the admissions committee for accepting me into the class of 2020, as well as for Tufts Financial Aid allowing me to come here. I'm thankful for my advisors, Professors Lauren Tu, Kristen Stye, and Fahad Dogar, for their help throughout the years and also for nominating me for this award. I thank the Tufts Alumni Association for selecting me, and I also want to thank the administration, professors, the staff, and the supervisors from every job I had on campus, and everyone I interacted with for making these 4 years everything they have been. And of course, I must thank my parents, Antonio and Sandra Basso, as well as the rest of my family for their constant sacrifice so I could be here today. One highlight of my academic career at Tufts has been the research opportunities. I'm very thankful for Professor Stai allowing me to join his research group when I was just a freshman. He helped me publish papers early on in my career and set me in a promising path as a researcher. I also cannot talk about my time at Tufts without mentioning music. I'm very thankful for Professor John Page, conductor of the Tufts Symphony and Chamber Orchestras, who also played a part in my nomination. I thank him for having me in his ensembles every semester, and also for trusting me with the concertmaster chair this year, which had been a dream of mine for a long time. I cherish the orchestra community at Tufts so much, and our time together, including the tours to Costa Rica and Italy, have provided me with some of my best memories at Tufts. I'd like to share one story. This semester, we had the Tufts Concerto competition to decide who would solo with the symphony orchestra. Winning that competition was also a dream of mine, and I had been preparing the Sibelius Running Concerto for a long time. The day before the competition, I was by myself in the concert hall, just practicing, and out of nowhere, 9 of my friends surprised me by coming to the hall to see me play. Although they all play different instruments, they all came up with suggestions of how I could improve. We ended up staying together until 4 in the morning. I was playing, and they were coaching me, helping me think of different interpretations of the passages, or even helping me think about little details such as how to sync my breathing with the music. We all had homework due the next day, which we got together to do afterwards, but I was amazed by how they dropped everything they had to do for several hours and dedicated the time to help and support me with something that was so important to me. I felt so loved that was one of my happiest moments at Tufts. It is this kind of selflessness, care for others, and love that I will remember from Tufts and carry with me for the years to come. Again, it's an honor to be given this award, and I commit myself to making Tufts proud wherever I go. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. I hope you are all well and staying safe through these unprecedented times. Thank you for tuning in for this virtual ceremony with these extraordinary students, their families, teachers and mentors, and our alumni leaders. I'd like to thank the Alumni Association for sponsoring this important program. Since 1955, we've been recognizing outstanding seniors at Tufts with these senior awards. I'm sure that generations of previous senior award winners are joining us online with pride. I'd also like to thank the members of the award committee for spending many hours reviewing the nominations and selecting these 12 seniors from our stellar student body. Thank you to Maria and Peter for your leadership of this committee. To all of our senior award honorees, I hope you know that just because this public health crisis has interrupted your final semester on the Hill, it does not diminish your achievements or the value of your contributions to our community. In fact, you are the light on the Hill during these challenging times. You have worked to make Tufts even better than when you started here. You have set an inspiring example, strengthening our community in innumerable ways, and are the best possible reminder of why we all care about Tufts. Through an amazing variety of public service activities, you have helped to improve the lives of people both locally and globally. Congratulations to all of you. We know that you will accomplish whatever you set out to do, and we will follow your careers with great interest and jumbo pride. As members of the worldwide Tufts community, you will expand the university's reach and strengthen its reputation through your continued success. Soon, you will become a part of the Tufts University Alumni Association, and we hope that you will remain engaged with Tufts. Exceptional students like you have gone on to serve in a variety of ways leadership roles for the university, from interviewing prospective students to serving on the Alumni Council our boards of advisors, or our board of trustees. We are very proud of all that you have accomplished, but you could not have done it alone. As teachers and mentors, many members of the faculty and staff have been critical to your success and personal growth. I hope you will maintain these special bonds in the years to come, and thank you to the faculty and staff for all you do to support our students. And to the parents and families watching, thank you for sharing your sons and daughters with us and providing them the support that brought them to this point. This is always one of my favorite opportunities to celebrate exceptional students each spring. I hope that when you log off, you have a renewed sense of how extraordinary our students are and an even greater commitment to Tufts. Congratulations again to our seniors. I wish each of you continued success and happiness, and I look forward to seeing you back on the Hill in the future. Thank you.